Stugotz here for ZipRecruiter. Does your business have any New Year's resolutions? Here's an important one every business should consider. Make your hiring process more efficient and effective. This year, let ZipRecruiter help. No one has done a better job of transforming how you find the right talent than they have. ZipRecruiter posts your job to over 100 of the web's leading job boards with just one click. Then, ZipRecruiter actively looks for the most qualified candidates and invites them to apply. They even review every application to identify the top candidates, so you never miss a great match. That's why ZipRecruiter is different. Unlike other hiring sites, ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on the right candidates finding you. It finds them. No wonder 80% of employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site in just one day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. Find out today why ZipRecruiter has been used by businesses of all sizes and industries to find the most qualified job candidates with immediate results. And right now, our listeners can post jobs on ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/Dan. That's ZipRecruiter.com/Dan. One more time. Try it for free. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/Dan.
It is time to wake and take with Greg Cote. Greg 7 Cote. Greg 8 Cote. Greg 6 Cote. Greg 6 Cote. Greg 4 Cote. Greg 5 Cote. Greg 6 Cote. Greg 4 Cote. Greg 8 Cote. Greg 3 Cote. Greg 7 Cote. That's
786-456-4837. 786-456-4837. 786-456-4837.
You can also text the show at 67974. Greg Cote. 6 Greg Cote. 7 Greg Cote. 9 Greg Cote. 7 Greg Cote. 4.
It is Wake and Take here on 790 The Ticket, 786-456-4837. I have notes, I have thoughts, I have opinions, so does Greg. It is your job to get those thoughts, those opinions, those notes out of us. We could open up our microphones and probably should share the opinions, thoughts, notes with you. But that's not how we do it here on Wake and Take on 790 The Ticket. We make you do the work. You got to get it out of us. I'm going to interview someone in a second here. But Dan is out today. He has the flu. Allison had the flu. Dan has the flu. I think Greg Cote started. Allison is back. I think Greg Cote started. You had the flu first, is that correct?
Yeah, I'm the originator.
All right.
Flu in it.
Wow, it sounds like you still have the flu.
I'm not 100% over.
Wow. Guillermo, put it on the poll. Does Greg Cote still sound like he has the flu? I mean, Mike, the faces the other room just made when you open up your mouth for the first 2 times of this show. Whoa.
I ain't faking it. Whole lot of shaking going on.
So you're playing with pain today, and Dan is not.
Exactly. Thank you.
Greg Cote, so I'm a hypochondriac, and I've started, ever since Dan sent a text to me and Mike that he was feeling under the weather with the flu, I started telling Abby that I feel under the weather. Because I would find it impossible in this little room for me not to, if Greg's had it, if Allison had it, if Dan now has it, I find it impossible to believe that I'm not going to get it. And I was asking Greg if I should go get a flu shot after the show, which I think I'm going to do. But they say with the flu shot, because I have a hint of something right now, but they always say with the flu shot, you don't get the flu shot if you already have a cold. That's what they say. But Greg Cote revealed to me that he is not a believer in the flu shot. He thinks it's, well, what do you think it is? I don't want to misrepresent you. What do you?
You know, nothing against people who believe in flu shots.
Yeah, you should get one after the show.
But I think it's hocus pocus.
Do you really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's legerdemain. I think that they're just trying. First of all, is it actually a shot? Is it a needle?
Yeah, it's a needle.
Yeah, so I'm never going to volunteer for a needle.
Ever.
No. I hate needles.
Okay. Like, you would never get an if you had a bad back that was so bad, and you haven't moved in a month, there's no way you're volunteering to get, like, an epidural?
Well, that's a needle that numbs me from further pain.
Yes.
I mean, I would do that. Like, if I'm going to a dentist and having a root canal or having a tooth removed, yeah, I'll take a shot then to prevent additional pain. But to volunteer for a shot, like to volunteer for a flu shot that I don't think I need, I won't do that.
All right.
Sorry. I mean, maybe flu shots may be a great thing. I don't know. I just don't believe in them personally.
All right. We got Mike, do you believe in the flu shot? Oh, wait. I'm breaking the construct of wake and take. But first, we interview Mike Ryan. Mike, you a believer in the flu shot?
I don't take flu shots, so I guess it would make me a non-believer, although my dad swears by them. I don't often get the flu. I've had the swine flu when that was a thing.
Right.
That was the last time I got the flu, so why put the flu in my body if I don't normally get it?
But your dad swears by it.
Yeah.
Because it prevents the flu.
But also I haven't had the flu in several years, so you know what the flu shot is.
Right.
It's a little bit of the flu.
No, I know. They put the flu in you.
I don't
yes.
want a little bit of the flu in me if I don't feel I'm going to get the flu.
Is that just a product of maybe being too lazy to go to the doctor to get it? You can go to, like, Walgreens. They'll do it for free,
yeah,
right?
I understand that, that's part of it. I'm not motivated to go get a flu shot. I just don't. It's not something I'll carve out time for.
Guillermo, flu shots?
No, you know why I don't get the flu shot? Because when I was in high school, there was this like viral video going around of like this cheerleader that got the flu shot, and then she could only walk backwards. And I was like, I don't want to get a shot that's going to make me only walk backwards.
Wait a second. What happened?
Yeah, it was like a viral thing like 10 years ago where like this cheerleader got a flu shot, and her body had this weird reaction, and she could only walk backwards everywhere. She lost the ability to walk forwards. So I don't want to be walking places backwards. So I'm like, I'll get sick for a week, and I'd rather keep walking forwards forever.
I think with a single story, Guillermo has talked me off of getting a flu shot after the show. Back, Chris, you a believer in the flu shot?
No, I'm a Cody. We don't do flu shots.
Thank you.
But it's not that weird.
Well.
Like, things happen with medicine. Weird things happen. Remember, we had a lady that woke up from surgery and she had a British accent. She was from Texas.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that Billy believed that video. He's usually more skeptical about those things.
Oh, I mean, I don't think it's real, but I'm not going to take my chances. I like walking forwards. It's my favorite way to walk.
Billy seems like a flu shot guy.
No, I'll go to the doctors for everything.
I thought it was a slam dunk. I thought Billy, yes. I thought, for me, I thought Billy got a flu shot every week. I'm shocked by this. But I guess if there's a percentage chance you get a flu shot and the result is you end up walking backwards, that would certainly make me think twice about getting a flu shot.
That'd be fun to do for a day, though, wouldn't it?
Walking backwards?
Yeah, that'd be a great challenge.
Grid of death.
Put that on the poll. Would it be fun to walk backwards for a day? Why would it be fun to walk backwards for a day?
For something different, but you'd have to equip yourself with some sort of mirrored lens where you could see in back of you.
You would see the world from a different perspective if you walked everywhere backwards for a day.
Right. Imagine going upstairs backwards. It'd be a little discombobulating at first.
Oh, wow. I want to do that in the break.
So you're saying you need to have some sort of like rear view mirror?
I think so.
Yeah, okay.
Otherwise, you're going like this all the time.
Right, and you hurt your neck. Roy, you a believer in the flu shot?
I am not, though I took one shot.
What?
You took one shot of what?
Yeah, just one whiskey. Just one flu shot in my life. That's it. But I'm not a big believer in the flu shot.
All right. Mike, you were going to say about Greg walking backwards? You looked, something was going on there.
He's forgotten that we're on radio.
Well, I mean,
He was acting something out that was just entirely visual.
Right. Well,
That's a good point. I do that for the benefit of the room. I'm trying to give you guys the full experience.
right.
Thank you. For the benefit of the audience,
Yes.
though,
Yes, we try to do things for them.
that's who our main responsibility is to.
Something to be considered.
These doctors, though, at hospitals really make you feel like a bad person when you have a newborn and you don't have a kid. And if you don't get the flu shot, they make you feel like you're the worst person. You're going to kill your child.
Really?
Yeah.
I do feel like that would be a game changer, though. I'm not on this whole anti-vaxxer thing, so if the doctor tells me to get a flu shot for my kid because he thinks the kid's going to be healthier, I'll do that.
Yeah, but then you have other nurses that come in that, like, it's just, you're either a believer in this thing or you're not, and most doctors are. So it doesn't really change when you have a kid. Like, I didn't want to change the way we've always done it.
Well, the doctor's incentivized by you getting a flu shot. Guillermo was shaking his head. Yes. Are they in cahoots with someone? Are doctors making money off of flu shots?
I mean,
they're free at the pharmacy.
I had this doctor that I used to love, and the reason I loved him is because I'd go to him with any sort of anything, and it was always like, okay, you need a CT scan. Okay, you need an x-ray. And he'd send me to do all these things, and then I realized, like, I'm pretty sure, because he'd send me to these random places to do it, I'm like, I think this guy is in with the owner of this place, and he's getting a cut for all these tests that he has me doing. And now I have a new doctor who won't send me to do anything. So, I mean, I like him because I feel like I'm healthier. The other guy was like, I thought I was dying constantly because he always had me doing all these tests, and they always came back negative. But I like the fact that I was doing these tests. Now, this guy, I feel healthier because he's like, no, there's nothing wrong with you, but I don't have the test that can tell me there's nothing wrong with me. What if he's wrong?
Right. That's a fair point.
Right.
I want a quack. I want a doctor who thinks the way that I think. Like, my doctor's very laid back. Every time I go in there, you're going to be fine. Doesn't matter what I go in there with. He's just, you're going to be fine. No, I want you to feel my pain. I want you to be a hypochondriac the way I am. Tell me I'm going to die.
That's what this other guy would do.
Yeah.
Everything was like all this blood work and, CT scans and MRIs and x-rays and all these things. I must have had like 40 EKGs in my life, and I'm a young guy, relatively speaking. Yeah. And it's always negative. But I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'll just go get an EKG.
Wait, how old are you?
I'm 30.
And how many do you think you've had?
EKGs?
Yes.
I mean,
why are you getting EKGs, man?
Because I had chest pains and these weird like back pains because I have like a pulled muscle in my back, but it's like by my shoulder blade. Yeah, I have this muscle issue like in my back by my shoulder blade, but the muscle there like wraps around, so you'll feel it like up here, and you could also feel it like chest pain. So like it really hurts sometimes, and I'm like, yeah, this is the heart attack. This is going to be the one. Yeah, but it hasn't been yet.
How old are you, Greg?
63.
How many EKGs have you had?
114,000. No, I haven't had any, to my knowledge.
Oh, EKGs are fun. They put stickers on you.
Those things. Yeah, I've had those.
Yeah. It's easy.
You didn't know what it was?
No, I didn't know what they called it, but they put stickers all over you like that?
Yeah. Sometimes, if they put it on your leg. And
there is something very relaxing about a good EKG.
Yeah.
There is.
Yeah. And then when you get the good news after, it's like, it's great. You feel like a new person.
It's the best. But I don't know if I believe my doctor. Hey, everything's fine. No matter what I walk in with. I walk in 102 degrees, sweating, pale. You're fine.
Mm-hmm. My doctor's like that, too. I love him.
Why?
I just, I walk in weighing 480 pounds. He's like, eat chicken wings a little bit less, but otherwise you're healthy.
That's his advice to you.
Yeah.
He has a degree on the wall. He studied medicine. He's a doctor, and you pay him.
Yeah.
And the advice he gives you is a little less on the chicken wings. Yeah, he's a good doctor.
I love that. He underplays everything. He doesn't over-dramatize everything, because I told him I'm a hypochondriac. So I don't want him to exaggerate everything. I want him to low-key everything.
My friend just texted in saying he got the flu shot last year. Next day, full-blown flu. Full-blown. Next day, full-blown. That's what I'm saying. If you go in with a hint of a cold, what they say is the next day you're going to have the flu if you get the flu shot, because they're injecting you with the flu.
Yep.
So I don't know what to do to them.
It's like Botox, where they inject you with poisons and bacteria, for a good cause, but that's dubious.
I don't know what to do now. I'm going to call my doctor after the show, tell him I'm feeling symptoms. My co-host has it. Other people on the show has it. He's going to say, don't come in. You don't need the flu shot. You're fine. And then I'll go play golf. That's my day.
You think if it's really bad, the doctor ever tells patients, like, no, you're fine. Don't come in because he doesn't want to get sick?
Yes. Yep. Yes.
Wow.
Like you tell the doctor you have symptoms of the flu, and he's like...
Yeah, he has like a big vacation coming up or something. He's like, oh.
Keep that guy away from me.
Yeah.
Mike, why are you shaking your head? You don't think that happens?
I would go against everything that we've learned about doctors. So.
Okay, but you're believing in the sanctity of the medical profession?
Doctors don't approach work the way you might.
Wait, Mike, if a doctor has a big 2-week Italy vacation coming up with the family, and Friday's his last day, and you call in Friday morning, and you say, hey, I got the flu, or I feel like I have the flu. If you're the doctor, do you want to see that patient? Again, you're about to embark on a 2-week Italy vacation with your family. I'm telling that patient to go to hell.
Yeah. Italy is what really changed things for me.
Why?
Why?
The fact that he made it an Italian vacation, that's a big one.
It is a big one.
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Yeah,
2 weeker, too.
He's not saying in Kissimmee.
Yeah.
He can't write himself prescriptions in Italy, and speak Italian.
All right, 786-456-4837. We have a funny story with Greg Cote, Jackson Brown tickets. I also have a hot take menu for you guys today. I have prepared a hot take menu of sorts. And I think Greg Cote has enough hot takes where we can include his hot takes on the hot take menu.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm ready to hot it.
I mean, Greg Cote came in with a list of topics he wanted to get to today. Unfortunately, one of them was the Danica Patrick song he performed for us many years ago. And when we asked if we could play it, well, you go ahead.
I mean, it would be perfect. As everybody knows, Aaron Rodgers is now dating Danica Patrick.
Yeah. And
I imagine that during the wooing process, he got on one knee and sang to her, God bless our Danica. But, some are too, scared to play that controversial song.
Didn't age well. It's misogynistic.
Yeah.
It's fun.
It paints you in a terrible light, and it would be really bad for your career to play that song.
You think
Why don't we recreate everyone's reaction when Greg told me he wanted to play the song? I then told the entire shipping container that Greg Cote wanted to play the Danica Patrick show, and their response was...
The Danica Patrick song, you said show.
I'm sorry, the Danica Patrick song.
God bless our Danica.
Is that a fine, Roy? Do I have money there?
That's a fine for Dan.
Okay.
It's
All right,
playfully
Dan's been fined
misogynistic.
Yeah, let's keep a running track of that. And the response from the shipping container when Greg requested this song was...
And media, no, it wasn't even entertained. It was utterly dismissed.
Don't you think something can be playfully misogynistic?
No.
Hi, everyone. Stugotz here. Support for the Dan Le Batard Show podcast comes from our friends at Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. Chances are you're confident when it comes to your work, your hobbies, and your life. Rocket Mortgage gives you that same level of confidence when it comes to buying a home or refinancing your existing home loan. With Rocket Mortgage, you can apply simply and understand fully so you can mortgage confidently. To get started, go to rocketmortgage.com/Stugotz, STUGOTZ. Equal housing lender, licensed in all 50 states, NMLSconsumeraccess.org number 3030. Wake and take here on 790 The Ticket. Dan out with the flu today. 786-456-4837. That's 786-456-4837. We'll get to the Heat here in just a second. Obviously, thoughts on the NFL weekend. 2 great games on Sunday, Saturday, not so much. A fight last night, or at least an NBA fight. There's a difference between a fight and an NBA fight, and the NBA had one of its typical fights last night, which was a fight that really wasn't a fight. A bunch of tough guys who aren't tough guys. We'll get to that as well, but there's so much going on in the show today. I have so much to get to. Roy burnt his hand. We'll explain that story real quick, Roy. I had no idea. I was on Twitter all weekend until last night, and I just heard you and Mike having a conversation. Mike asked, what's wrong with your hand? You said you burnt your hand. Then Mike said, oh, yeah, that's right, oil. What happened?
I burnt my hand cooking. I was flipping like a salmon. I was trying to sear some salmon, and the oil splashed on my hand. So I have like a dime-shaped
splash. Yes.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you.
Yeah. Who are you thanking there? Mike Tomlin or Mike Ryan?
I'm thanking both of the Mikes in this situation.
Splash. All right, so Roy burnt his hand.
We'll get to that guy in a second.
Yeah. I will take your phone calls. I know a rash is there. I know people are there. We'll get to you. So 786-456-4837. But we have an issue here. By the way, there's a masseuse here.
Yeah, I forgot that.
What is going on today?
Well, Dan texted us last week, hey, I'm bringing a masseuse in on Tuesday. I want everybody to take part and enjoy it. I guess he's trying to create a work atmosphere like Google.
No, it's one of his classmates from massage therapy school.
But to make things more uncomfortable, the person that ordered the masseuse isn't here today.
Yes. A little bit uncomfortable. I mean, I walked out 9:14 during a break, and there's a masseuse in my face, who's very nice, by the way. I was not expecting the masseuse. I forgot. I know Dan did send the text out, but Dan's not here. I don't know who this person is, and this person is, and she's talking about doing all kinds of crazy things to me.
Yeah, do you know what mashing is? She was saying she's going to be doing mashing. What is that?
I have no idea.
I'm nervous.
Like a mashed potato, maybe? Mashing it.
Yes, like a mashed potato.
All right.
Yep.
Should be a song back in the 60s. Anybody remember that?
No.
Okay. Mashed potato.
You were the only one alive in the 60s.
Yeah, it's one of those girl groups.
Mashed potato's a dance, right?
Yeah.
You smash the tops.
Oh, really? Wow, Mike.
Billy knows.
Music snob.
And then-
All right, sorry. Whoa, sorry. Everyone did know. I didn't. My apologies, Frank.
I believe it evolved into the hand jive.
Wow, how about that? I didn't know that. The swim was back there as well, where you went like that.
Have you ever danced a swim
Of course he has.
Back in the day?
Yeah.
in a non-ironic fashion?
No. I did the frug, Charleston, all those dances.
What's the frug? We don't know what the frug is.
Where you sort of...
Again, radio.
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 I mean, I'm doing the frug.
Describe what you're doing.
You know, where you take two hands and you piston them up and down like that, two fists.
Fruging it.
Yeah, fruging it. Indeed. Mashed potato.
Mike, I'm out of sorts today, man. Like, nothing's working on Dan's computer. Dan hasn't logged on to this computer in 3 months. Nothing works. His headset volume doesn't go nearly as high as mine does. I like them loud. His seat doesn't go as high as my seat goes. I told you, high seat, less phlegm. And really, I can't get into the text. I can't get into Twitter. I can't get into anything.
Me neither.
Well, how about after Wake and Take, you just go back to your normal post? We don't really take calls.
Meaning I sit here, Greg right across from me?
Yeah, you can give Greg the Dan seat.
Okay, we'll figure it out.
Wow, I'd never wash my butt again.
Oh, you didn't
if
want
I
to
would
concede
sit
the
in a
Dan seat.
No, I don't mind. No,
He
Greg.
doesn't want
No.
it.
The
My
Dan
bad.
seat.
Yeah.
It's the power seat.
Yeah.
It is the power.
It's the power seat. Listen, I will gladly give it to Greg Cote. Is he going to drive the show and do all that? And I could just react?
Driving it.
No, you can drive a show from any seat.
All right, I will.
Exactly.
I mean, this microphone has flu all over it. So I'll gladly switch
Driving it.
Okay, drive it. I think Greg should drive it.
Oh, I'll
Yeah,
drive
sure. Why not? It's kind of a wacky Tuesday. We're getting all back into the groove.
Should we practice?
It's a throwaway show.
Should we practice?
Yeah.
Do you want to take a stab at driving this thing?
I don't have a license. I mean, I don't know. You know, I'm just saying. I'm part-time help. Got a learner's permit, maybe. I don't know.
Although, if you give up the Dan seat, Sue, you no longer have the buttons.
Yeah, you have the button.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Nice.
I have full control today. I'd risk the flu for control of the sounds.
Give us that sound that goes. Whoop.
Oh, I gotta find it. That's
Oh yeah, that.
Remember, they're touch sensitive, so if you really want it to be louder, you got to hit it harder. No, smack it down,
Mike,
with your hands like you're playing a drum machine. Hey, there you
Yes. Nice.
We have an issue here.
go. What's the issue now?
Greg has Jackson Brown tickets.
Yeah.
I think the concert's tomorrow night. They were gifted to him by our leader, the guy who's making you try to feel like Google around here, Dan Batard. Greg, go ahead. You take it from there.
Well, first of all, Dan, I assume, is listening right now if he's not too sick to listen. And, Dan, I apologize. Due to a clerical error, the tickets you gave me as a beautiful Christmas gift cannot be used by me. And so the clerical error was I did not realize my wife was out of town on business tomorrow night. I was unable to find a male friend who wanted to go see Jackson Brown, which was not surprising to me. And long story short, literally cannot give the tickets away. Don't want to sell them on StubHub. And so I'm in a position of trying to give them away. Maybe if Dan wants them, he can phone in.
Why can't you just go and bring a friend?
Nobody wants to go with me.
I'll go with you.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, go see Jackson Brown.
There you go.
Done.
Done. All right. There's no more problem.
Another crisis solved. You
Yeah.
know it's tomorrow night, right?
Yeah, I'll do that. The last thing that I want is, because I know all the work that Allison did on this present that Dan got you, supposedly got you.
Yeah.
Allison's free to take them, by the way, as far as I'm concerned.
No, but I want the
Just
present.
know a gift from Dan is a gift from Allison, okay?
Yeah.
You know, why don't you and Allison go? Seriously.
No, because look at that.
I'm not a huge.
want to go.
Look, I'm not a huge.
He doesn't wanna
Jackson
go with
Brown
you.
Fan.
Wait a
No. I'm not a huge Jackson Brown
Wait,
fan.
Dan spent all this money on a gift. You're not even a fan of
No.
Allison has to be
Because my
enraged
wife
right now.
My wife is a big fan of Jackson Brown.
Oh.
I bought the tickets for her for Christmas. But then
I did
Dan...
not buy the tickets.
Okay, let me give you the short version, and Allison will back me up on everything I'm about to say. A couple of weeks ago, the Jackson Brown concert was sold out, by the way. So I tried to buy tickets too late. It's sold out. I don't know, from StubHub. So I ask Allison, who knows everything about how to do everything, and I say, is there any way I can buy tickets to a sold-out concert? One thing leads to another. She's helping me out. Okay, a day later, I say to her, do you need a credit card number from me? Fully expecting to pay for the tickets because they're a Christmas gift for my wife. And she texts me back going, don't worry about it, it's taken care of. Now, at that point, I still didn't know that they were to be a gift from Dan.
Right.
So I didn't know what was going on. So, it's been a crazy situation through no fault of my own. Thank you.
Allison's upset.
That's just not what happened. He came in here in a
Is any of it true? Was any of it true?
Well, I mean, it's revisionist history. You came in here. I need to get these tickets. Chris, help me. I don't know what to do. It's sold out. What do I do? It's too expensive. And everyone in this room, was he not in a panic? I need to get these tickets? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, my wife loves Jackson Brown. It was going to be a nice, a couple of $100. It was going to be a nice Christmas gift.
At no point did he ever make it known that it was for his wife either.
I thought I did. I mean, I do like Jackson Brown okay, but not enough to go see him in concert, particularly because it's an acoustic show, by the way, with another guy. It's not like a full band.
Ooh, maybe that changes Mike's mind.
Yeah, I'm back to maybe on
Right.
He's an acoustic genius.
But it sounds like Greg doesn't want to go with you.
Doctor My Eyes doesn't really work acoustically.
Yeah, but
for me.
other songs of his do.
Chris, you don't want to go with your dad? I mean...
Fountain of Sorrow.
I've never heard of Jackson Brown before
Right.
he came up with these tickets.
Yeah.
So
Put that on the poll. Have you heard of Jackson Brown?
Honorary member of the Eagles.
Yeah.
Oh,
he
God,
meant a
music
lot in
stuff.
early Southern rock.
I know the Eagles.
All right, but we're talking to what I think is a predominantly young audience. So I'm
Yeah.
just wondering if they've heard of Jackson Brown.
He and Linda Ronstadt are also intertwined in
Yeah.
their early careers.
Yeah, they're in the fabric of the Eagles.
Right.
Come on, you guys know "Running on Empty"? Yeah. Running on Empty.
Great song.
It doesn't really work acoustically
No.
either.
So you're not going?
You'd be surprised. Anything works acoustically. If you get the
I'll
pipe.
still go because I know how hard this was for Allison. It's really not because I want to see Jackson Brown, and I wanted to see Jackson Brown when he was playing at the Fillmore because that was better for me.
As far as I can see it, either we have to find a combination of two people here to go together, or we have to figure out a way to give them out on the air, give them away on the air.
No, just give away one to go with Greg.
Or Greg has to honor the offer he just made to our makeup lady, which was the tickets tomorrow night.
Oh, you told Myra she could go to...
I said that unless we wanted to give them away or otherwise use them, that if they were available at the end of the show, that she could go.
This is a really
It's a mess.
bad look.
Yeah.
What do you mean? I'm trying to do the right thing here.
I think you got to go, Greg.
You have to go. The
With
tickets
someone.
were for you. Yeah.
I think you should go with Myra.
Look, I don't want... Apparently I haven't made myself clear. I don't really want to go to this concert. Okay? I was buying them for my wife, who's a
Right.
big Jackson Brown fan. I have two 40-year-old Jackson Brown wax LPs in my game room because of my wife. They're not my album. Fountain of Sorrow, though, is a great song.
Yes,
What
but
a
you owe it
tearjerker.
to Dan and really Allison, who put in all this work. It was a thing.
How much work was it, Alex?
A lot of work.
A lot of work.
Yes.
It was a thing.
Didn't you
Allison
just-
pulled some strings,
Didn't
man.
she just go on StubHub?
No.
No.
The strings were pulled. It would be
Really?
such a bad look for everybody involved if you didn't go.
It was a clerical error. I didn't know my wife was out of town.
Okay, but you still need to honor this out of respect for Dan and Allison.
Yeah, that's where we differ. I think they'll get over it. I mean, I gave a little gift to Dan. If he said, I hate your gift and re-gifted it, it wouldn't bother me. Actually, it would, but I would pretend like it
It
didn't.
absolutely would. Get out of here.
What would you get, Dan? He's a hard guy to get gifts for. Every Christmas, this is a struggle.
Yeah,
I mean-
what do you give the man who owns everything?
I know. I got him a Tonka tank.
Thank you. I couldn't get to it. I'm still still brushing up on which button is which. I almost gave him the laugh for that. I get him cigars and tequila. What he loves most.
Yeah, but it is a pretty lazy gift on our part.
Well, what else do you get him?
It's hard to be creative.
It is. I'm going to take a call.
What Dan enjoys most is seeing the smiles on other people's faces when he gives them gifts.
Yeah.
So,
right.
So what Greg's doing right now is quite possibly ripping Dan's heart out. While he's sick, too.
Yeah, I'm kicking a man while he's down.
Yeah, you are.
Feels sort of good, to be honest with you.
Hey guys, is it time to get your hair in the game? Time to claim your spot! Then it's time to check in online at sportclips.com/check-in for a fresh cut, legendary hot steam towel and massaging shampoo. Time to claim your spot! So do your hair a favor by checking in online and arrive just in time for your Sport Clips MVP haircut experience while you surround yourself with sports on TV. Get in line online at sportclips.com/check-in. Time to claim your spot!
All right, welcome back to Wake and Take here on 790 The Ticket. Batard out with the flu. Stugotz, Greg Cote. We'll take you up till 1 o'clock. We have, am I reading this correctly? Chris Mortensen. We have Chris Sims. We have John Fogerty. Wow. Pretty good show. Baselli is beside himself. He wants to call in, and he wants to bully Chris Sims around. No, you don't want that?
I can't make that a weekly feature now.
All right. I'm just letting you know, Baselli requested it. I said I had to talk to him. Like all things, Mike, in fairness to me, I do say I have gotten better lately at saying I have to ask Mike first. There was a time where Baselli would just send that to me, and I'd say yes, and then we'd be in a mess, and I'd have to get us out of that mess, right? So I did tell him I have to ask Mike first. And you're saying no.
No.
Okay.
Oh, wow, okay.
I
would hear him.
I'd love Baselli.
He's an all-time Jag.
I mean, the second Jacksonville won that game, he started tearing Sims a new one on my text.
Look, life this week must not be very easy for Chris Sims. Right?
Yes.
Let's give the guy a break.
Okay. All right, we'll give him a break. I'm going to take some calls here, if that's okay. Let's go out to, let's go to Arash. Arash, go ahead. You're on Wake and Take here on 790 The Ticket.
First of all, tequila shots over flu shots all day. Trees are overrated. All they do is break and fall on your car. Purple mink coats are overrated. It's heresy. They pull the mink over our eyes. When was the last time you saw a purple mink in the wild? Yada, yada, yada. PJ Black is a bozo. Peace out.
Are you running out of material? Couple of poll questions. Are trees overrated? Is Arash running out of material?
He brought up a good question, though. When's the last time you saw a mink in the wild? That's thought-provoking.
Is it?
Purple mink.
A purple mink in the wild. Yeah. Why is it thought-provoking?
I'd never considered the question. It's almost philosophical. It's theoretical. Lovely.
Okay. Let's go to Rick. Rick, go ahead. You're on Wake and Take here on 790 The Ticket.
Hey, got a question for Greg since we're on the topic of music.
Yeah.
What song in the history of music kind of just puts you in your tracks and can turn your worst mood into the best mood? And my suggestion is What a Wonderful World by Louis Armstrong.
Yeah, that's a good one. I always hark back to the first song I ever heard on the radio that sort of grabbed me by the shoulders and shook them. It was a whole different sound. I had never heard the Beatles yet or the Beach Boys. This is in the early 60s, and I heard a song called Locomotion by Little Eva. And every time I hear that song, it just brings me back to that moment, and that was the seed, I think, that led to my absolute lifelong love of popular music.
Do you guys have a song? Mike, you're a big music guy. Do you have a song that always brings you back, puts you in a good mood?
Walking on Sunshine.
Really?
I think everybody's got one.
Mine would be Tennessee Jed, Grateful Dead. Just always gets me to a happier place. Roy, you got one?
No.
All right. Nothing brings Roy to a happy place. Nothing. Guillermo, you got a song? Guillermo's not a big music guy, I don't think. A song that brings you to a happy place, Bill.
Oh, man. I really like Fireball by Pitbull.
Yeah.
Such a good song.
Speaking of Fireball, I did 10 shots of that on Saturday night. That stuff, I mean, that's the devil's drink right there. And then I had to do a show on Sunday morning, and I was a complete disaster. And I had never been so thankful for the 30 minutes that me and Mike Golick Jr. taped with Kyle Rudolph on Friday. So I could take a half-hour nap during my show. I did. I did the show from my office up in my house, and there is a mattress just laying down on the ground in the office. And so I threw it to break knowing we had Kyle Rudolph. This is exactly how it happened. Threw it to break, said Kyle Rudolph is coming up next. Knew they didn't need me for a half hour, and fell off the chair I was sitting in into the mattress and woke up 25 minutes late.
After a shot of tequila, an orange slice is much better than a lime slice.
Wow. Wow, really? Wow. I've never tried that.
It's just a little smoother. It doesn't bite you as much as the lime. Just eats up the whole shot. It's good.
I'll try it. Let's go out to let's go to Vince. Vince, go ahead. You're on Wake and Take here on 790 The Ticket.
Sure, yeah. So why is that defensive back for the Saints not being investigated for completely throwing that game? He completely whiffed on that tackle, and no one's even thinking about it.
All right, put it on the poll. Did Marcus Williams throw the game?
I think he did.
Do you really?
That was my big upset pick. I picked the Saints. I'm crowing, I'm regaling and enjoying and celebrating, and then that guy makes that play.
Yeah.
It's just terrible. Awful.
What a game, though, man.
That guy's an all-time GOAT, along with Bill Buckner and Scott Norwood, guys like that. Seriously. I mean, God bless him. I hope he goes on to have a great career, but he's never going to outlive that one play.
My favorite part about that entire play was not only did he whiff, but he took out his teammate who could have maybe made a play on Diggs. He totally missed Diggs, and he took out the cornerback who was trailing the play. He took him out by the legs.
Right.
So any chance that corner might have been able to catch him, which is possible considering Diggs had to gather, turn, and go upfield.
Well, then Diggs is trying to figure out, do I run out of bounds? Can I get to the end zone? What do I do here? And you saw him navigate through that pretty quickly, and then you just, whoa, there's no one here. I'm going to score a touchdown. Game over.
The corner was already running in that direction, and to play cornerback, now I know Diggs is fast. You got to have some speed, too.
Right.
We very rarely see people pull away completely from the secondary in that sport, understanding that Diggs has decent speed.
Sure.
Yep. But, not only did he whiff on that tackle, but he took out his teammate who could have made a tackle.
Now, that kid is good. He's a rookie, and so you made the comparison to Buckner, and a lot of people are making that comparison. Scott Norwood, same thing. But he has, he's going to have an entire career because he's a very good player.
Yeah, that kid is not good. He is not a good player. That's the first I've ever heard of him.
Okay.
And he will forever be that guy who's bad at football.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
How do I phrase that on a poll question? Is Marcus Williams good? If the only play you saw of Marcus Williams was that play, then yes, Mike, I can see how you would come to that conclusion. But he did have an outstanding year, did he not? No, he's a bad player.
I never heard of this.
Okay.
I never heard of this guy until Sunday. Now, I understand that that's a me problem.
Yes.
But that's the first I ever heard of his name.
Okay.
And it'll be synonymous with failure and being bad at football.
Yes.
So I can't really wrap my head around you telling me this guy's good, because being able to tackle is hugely important as a defender.
So Marcus Williams is now synonymous with losing.
A failure, yeah.
But I'm saying he has an entire career to make up for that play.
I don't think so. I think his career's over.
Okay. Is Marcus Williams' career over? And is Marcus Williams synonymous with losing? Put those on the poll.
I just got a text from my mom. She found a home for the Jackson Brown tickets.
Wow. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, so did we. I'm going with Greg.
Problem solved.
Well, Greg already gave them to Myra.
Well, Myra knows. I told her if they were available at the end of the show. But the priority is if my beautiful bride has found someone to give them to, considering they were originally for her anyway, then that's where we go.
So she regifted
Who's taking them, Christopher?
Yeah, who is taking them?
Gigi.
Nice.
Is that like best friend status?
Yeah, they're good friends.
So I think I think Dan would be okay with that, right? If it can't be Greg's wife?
No.
Okay.
I know Allison's not okay with this.
Right.
I'm not okay with it just because I had to endure Allison's suffering.
Dan didn't buy tickets for Gigi.
No, I know. Well, Dan didn't buy tickets.
She's a wonderful woman. She's a champion orchid grower, and she deserves to go to a Jackson Brown show.
Well,
really?
now.
I didn't know there was championships for
Yes, she's decorated.
orchid growing.
I do like orchids.
Huh. So now we're okay with it?
You know what? It'll be a little barter system.
Yeah, Gigi needs to send Dan an orchid or two.
Yeah, we'll bring in a nice orchid. Orchids are expensive, by the way. We'll bring in a nice orchid for the room next Tuesday.
Yeah. Well, she's getting free Jackson Brown tickets.
Right. Maybe 2 orchids.
Maybe 5.
I don't know.
It's like a fair exchange. 5 orchid.
Maybe she'll give Dan 2 tickets to an orchid show, a beautiful annual orchid show.
That's a fair trade.
Yeah.
Now, the only difference, like if I was doing this and Abby couldn't go, the only difference between what your wife is doing and what I would do is Gigi would be buying those tickets from me. Marked up.
A little vigorous thrown in.
Yes. $350 a piece. How badly do you want to go?
What's your cut? 10%.
My friend texted me saying that the way you made it sound like on Jackson Brown, that you would have rather spent a day in prison than go to Jackson Brown.
Well, it's an acoustic. She's my wife's thing. He's my wife's thing, not mine. And it's an acoustic show to boot.
Okay.
And he's playing with another guy who I'd never heard of. I'm sure he's a wonderful musician, but
all right.
That kind of thing.
Let's go to Mark. Mark, go ahead. You're on Wake and Take here on 790 The Ticket.
Yeah, I was curious. If you had to give up all sports but one for an entire year, watching, playing, coaching, betting, fantasy, everything, which one would you keep?
Which one would I keep? Okay. Threw me off there. So I can only keep one sport? I mean...
You were ready to ditch hockey quick.
We were all ready to ditch hockey, and then he threw that in at the last second. Football, obviously. NFL.
You'd keep the NFL?
Yeah.
I'd keep college football over the NFL.
Would you?
Mm-hmm. Also, keep in mind, you said you can't bet on it, right? There's a lot more college football to bet on than pro football.
He said also coaching, so Stugotz might have to keep lacrosse.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Wow. So I'd keep lacrosse, but I can't watch, consume, bet on any of the other sports?
Well, yeah. So you'd probably quit lacrosse because you enjoy the NFL more than your family.
So wait, you guys are maintaining I would choose betting on the NFL.
Yeah. And having fantasy football, too.
Then coaching my daughter and all of her friends.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. It wasn't much of a debate.
Yeah. Nope, you're right. Sorry, Rach. Greg, what's the most nervous you've been, by the way? Like the first time, Roy's a new dad, Chris is a new dad, you're an old dad, I'm an old dad.
Right.
What's the most nervous you've been sending your kids? Like your kids are going to do something for the first time without you. Christopher, what was the most nervous you've been for kind of letting him out on his own to do something? For me, because I had it over the weekend.
Well, with each of my sons, I had an instance where they got injured. You know, you're letting them out of the nest to fly on their own, and all of a sudden my youngest son is falling off his Razor scooter and breaking his wrist, and Christopher's in a flag football collision requires 7 stitches above his eyebrows, which I watch and get so nauseous watching the stitches being done that I nearly pass out, and the nurse is laughing at me. And so those are probably the 2 instances for me.
All right, I had for the first time, my kids flew alone on Friday. And they flew up north, and it was a disaster because the weather was awful, and the visibility was so bad, they had to circle the airport. So my 2 daughters are on a plane, first time, 13 years old. They didn't know anyone on the plane. They flew back with someone that we knew, a good friend of ours, so that was much better. But they're circling the airport up in Westchester for a good hour and a half. And one of my daughters, Rachel, very calm. Poised, calm, taking care of her sister. But Emma, a complete mess. Disaster. And as a parent, Greg, the hour and a half felt like 5 hours because it felt longer because you're hopeless. And so we're just texting. We're in a group text, me, my wife, and my 2 daughters, and we're just trying to make her laugh with anything. I mean, it's not a big deal. And I kept telling her, hey, you know how many times we've circled the airport when I'm on the plane? I just don't tell you.
Right.
But she was crying, and it was a helpless feeling. It really was.
Now,
I started crying.
Wow. At that age, though, the airline personnel supervises them, right? Like they know that there are underage kids
No,
by
they're
themselves?
they're of age. I mean,
Well,
they're
they are, okay.
they're 14 essentially.
Okay, so they're not being led off the plane by a
They had
flight
no
attendant?
chaperone. They had
Wow.
nothing. They just plopped down in the fourth row and they sat there. And there was this old lady in the first row who kept saying, "Oh, this is bad." Like there's always an old lady, and they're flying out of West Palm Beach and they're going to Westchester. So just by extension, just from those two airports, you're getting old people. Okay, West Palm to Westchester, old people. And there's a lady in the front row, old lady, and she keeps blurting stuff out like they're going to have to divert us. This is bad. We can only circle for so long. To which I told my daughter, Rachel, because Emma would never do this, listen, when they land that bird, you walk up to that lady in the front row and you tell her to go bleep herself. And Rachel said, "Are you serious? Or you give me permission to do this?" And I said, "Yes." And I said, "If you don't do it, don't come home." She did it. Let's quickly go to Kelly. Kelly, go ahead.
I'm good, but hey, what flavor of wings do you guys eat on the Megacast? Good God, those look good.
The wings on the Megacast. I don't know. I think those were plain wings. I like honey barbecue. Those are my favorite. But I think those are plain wings. Mike, those are plain wings on the Megacast, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Battling on like a little phlegmy episode.
We all are, yes.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, we're all going to have the flu.
Yeah.
There's a masseuse here.
Good heat talk today.
Oh, sorry about that. Well, go ahead. We got 40 seconds. 40 seconds of the Heat. They lost the first game to the Bulls yesterday.
Yeah, Chicago's not been playing that badly lately since Mirotic came back. They've been good, tough on, back-to-back at Chicago on MLK Day, matinee. Not a terrible loss. It made it interesting towards the end. It looks like Tyler Johnson's going to be okay. He got carted off for what seems like it's just a sprained ankle at this point.
Yet he was holding his knee.
It was weird. It looked very scary, but he's going to be fine. And Goran Dragic should be an all-star.
I'd say, yes, he's playing the best basketball of his career. I would say with all the injuries and everything they've gone through, to be a game back of the Cavaliers and fourth in the East, pretty good spot right now.
I'm a robot vacuum cleaner, so yeah, I got one gig. I suck up dirt, so pardon my inferiority complex about Geico, who does so much more. Like, not only could they save their customers money on car insurance, but they got fast and friendly claim service too, and an award-winning mobile app. Plus access to licensed agents 24/7. Who am I kidding? I can't even do corners. Uh-oh, choking hazard.
Popcorn kernels. Geico. Expect great savings and a whole lot more.